I didn't know anything about publishing, and the guys lied to me and Paperboy and told us that they weren't going to be able to get the deal unless we signed over all our publishing to them. Renting the Paperboy there, he popped up at my house the summer of '91, and he said, "I got a guy that wants to put some money into me, and I want you to do this record." He's like, "Rhythm, I need you to flip Do Why Diddy by Roger." And I'm sitting there like, man, that shit is fast as hell, babe. Like, dude, because it was super fast. It sounded country and funk at the same time. So I was like, all right, let me figure out how I'm gonna do this. And he was like, man, just let me know when you do it, and put it on cassette when you finish. So I went in the house and I got on the SP, and I was like, damn, there's a way that I got to slow this down. Now, no technology. What do? Do I sample it and use the full loop? And I was like, nah, because we got to really pay for that.
Right.
So I chopped it up and I added my own bass line to it and just took bits and pieces of it and replayed it through the SP1200 and made my own beat out of it. And he loved it and went off and wrote to it. And I was at a few studios at the time. I got some studio time at one. My partner, John Ferguson, went in there and paid for the studio time. And we recorded a hit record.
Yep.
Didn't know it was a hit.
What was it, Diddy?
It was Diddy. Straight Diddy. I didn't want him to call it that.
Yeah.
But Pape decided he wanted to still call it Diddy, which made it put light on the fact that I sampled,
Yeah.
But John put the money behind it, and it started really hitting in the streets, the swap meets.
Yeah, I remember.
And it had a flip side of another joint called the 9 Yards, which was getting played in the clubs. Now what's crazy about that is John's brother, Dave Ferguson, promoted a really big club in LA at the time called Jamaica House.
Okay.
And I was really popular up there, me and my whole clique. We were like super popular. It was like the ghetto version of Beverly Hills 90210. It was a lot of actors and actresses and upcoming musicians, and we were all like friends, but that was our go-to spot.
Right.
And I had no idea at the time that they were the ones that were putting the money behind Pape. And then I found out, and so I started getting into the club free. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I'm like doing it like Diddy in LA.
Yeah.
But the song broke at Jamaica House.
Okay.
The DJ would play it all the time, and it started getting bigger and bigger, and then it got on Power 106 on it was like a whack it or track it.
Right.
People call in and say if they like it or not. And it started winning for like 2 months straight. Never got beat until EPMD's Keep the Crossover came and took it off. But by that time, they had found distribution for it.
What did that single come out? What company? Who put that out?
Came out on Polygram Next Plateau.
Okay.
So that was the label that had Salt and Pepper and a lot of really big East Coast rappers were on it. And it was owned by a guy by the name of Eddie O'Oughlin.
Okay.
And it was Next Plateau.
Did you understand the music business at that time?
Absolutely not.
Okay. That was my next question.
I had no clue.
So you didn't know about publishing, writer's credit, none of that?
At all.
Okay.
At all. And, I have a story about the publishing that's real deep on that record.
You can share it. Go if you can.
Shit.
Yeah, let's hear it. Because we want the youngsters to learn.
Yeah, so I didn't know anything about publishing.
Yeah.
And this is gonna, go into me meeting Eazy.
Right.
So I didn't know anything about publishing, and the guys lied to me and Paperboy and told us that they weren't gonna be able to get the deal unless we signed over all our publishing to them.
Okay.
So we were like, damn, the record's doing good. What do we do? It was like, just sign right here in the dark room. And,
right.
We're good. So they're looking at us, and their faces as we're signing were like mischievous.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, did we do the right thing?
Right.
But we signed it over, and the song blew up.
Right.
It was playing on the radio back to where I even got tired of hearing.
Yeah, real shit.
So long story short, I got screwed out of my publishing. Now, they
Did
made
they
a
at least
really...
give you the mechanicals? Did they at least give you the mechanicals?
Yeah, I got mechanicals,
Okay,
but publishing is the most important.
Right,
Because
absolutely.
after a while, the song's going to stop
For
selling.
sure,
you
for
know.
sure.
But I got my mechanicals. That was crappy. You know,
Yeah.
I signed over a whack deal on that.
Yeah.
But where they messed up was the back of the CD said produced and arranged by David Rhythm D. Weldon in full black.
Right.
So it was like later on when I met Eazy-E, me and him became really close as friends. Like that was like my mentor.
Right.
And we're driving in the car. I can remember like it was yesterday. We're going down, you know how La Brea's got that hill before you get to Slauson?
Yep.
And we smashing down the hill and the Diddy comes on. He's like, man, this shit is banging. He's like, man, you got a lot of publishing coming. And I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
And he goes, skirt. He pulled over where that, you know, that Ralph's.
Yeah.
He pulled over into Ralph's and was like, what is publishing? He's like, you did get your publishing, right, Rhythm? And I'm like, nah. He's like, did you sign it over? And I was like, yeah, because they told me I couldn't get, you know, the deal wasn't gonna happen. And he was like, give me those dudes' number. You know what I'm saying? And him and Jerry Heller punked them niggas into giving my shit back. Like,
oh shit.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, that, you know,
salute to E, man.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the first time I seen some Hollywood gangster shit go down.
Yeah.
You know? They couldn't give it all back. But
something better than nothing, though.
Way better.
Yeah.
You know, Jerry Heller wasn't no joke.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I think he called them down and made them think that he was going to give them some sort of deal or something. And they walk in the room and the bodyguards, you know, Big Mike Durrett, and you know, they looked like Terminators. They stood in front of the door and was like, Rhythm, hold on, we'll get with you in a minute, right? So I go in there, I'm hanging out at the office.
Yeah.
They come out with a check of like 40 or 50,000 and hand it to me, like, we'll have the rest for you later. Walk out. It was dope.
That's real shit.
Then Jerry's like, Rhythm, come here and give me my 20%. But it was dope. That, you know, that was a turning point in teaching me, you know, what publishing was.
Right.
And so after that, I had publishing checks coming in for
that's
20,000 and 15,000 and 30,000. You know, it was like, you know, I got at least probably maybe 40% of my publishing.
I'm home court, standing trial. Why ain't I see you round back when I was down? Karma's on the way. What goes around comes around. Karma's on the way. There's nothing you could do now. You gotta pay.